Nepal can be considered one of the most disaster-prone areas in the world. This is due to its topographical and climatic conditions. The mountainous topography allows landslides and avalanches to be a major recurring issue. The Himalayan region is one of the most seismically active regions in the world, but the most recent large earthquake took place in 1988 with a magnitude of 6.9.
Nice.
The Indian plate is constantly moving towards the Asian plate, creating a major fault called the main frustal front in Nepal and causing a strain between the plates. The 2015 earthquake is one of the most notorious examples of a disaster related to Nepal. It struck Nepal in its central region of Kathmandu on the 25th of April 2015. The initial shock was of a magnitude 7.8, which was followed by two aftershocks with magnitude 6.6 and 6.7 respectively. There were more minor aftershocks after those as well. The 2015 earthquake is responsible for the murder of approximately 9,000 people, injury of 17,000 people, and an approximate of 600,000 structures were obliterated. The earthquake, due to its sheer force, spread out to northern India, northwestern Bangladesh, southern Tibet, and western Bhutan. The death toll mentioned previously also includes the deaths in these nations as well. One United Nations report mentions that more than 1/4 of Nepal's population was affected by the disaster. The earthquake initiated many landslides which further added to the misery of the people. India, China, and several other large countries responded quickly by sending in aid and rescue teams. Immediately after the earthquake, the Nepalese government declared a state of emergency, and soon nearly the entire Nepalese army was assisting in rescue and recovery work. Nepal also called on the international community for aid. The UN quickly established the Nepal Earthquake 2015 Flash Appeal Fund, which was able to raise more than $330 million for relief. The delivery of relief services to the people was complicated by the remoteness of many villages from the existing transportation network, congestion at Kathmandu's international airport, and a shortage of heavy trucks, helicopters, and other vehicles capable of transporting supplies. Much of the mountainous terrain in Nepal lies in the tectonically active zone and has a fragile geological structure as mentioned earlier. Steepness of slopes and swift flow of water bodies provide geography susceptible to landslides triggered by the monsoon's heavy rains. According to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority (NDRRMA), reports as of the 31st of July 2020, 164 people have lost their lives due to landslides and floods, and many more are missing in the 2020 monsoon due to landslides. It's hard to pinpoint the actual reason for why these landslides occurred, since the whole of Nepal is susceptible to them. Unfortunately, it is hard to deal with such landslides due to their unpredictable and rapid nature. The landslide destroys its path before any help can arrive. There's not an easy fix to this problem, which is unfortunate as we cannot prevent the risk to many people's lives in Nepal. When disasters strike, unfortunately there isn't much that can be done, as I previously stated in the landslide segment. The only things that can be done about the disaster are after the damage is inflicted. During the disaster, the best we can do is take cover under a table or something of the like and wait for help to arrive. It is an unfortunate truth that we have to accept that we cannot do anything about the disasters. Arigato gozaimasu.